Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited for today's video. It is going to be my quarterly check-in for the 24 products I want to pan to completion in 2024. I will post my original plan to pan for 2024 down in the description box in case you missed that and want to check that out. But I am so excited because we are only a fourth of the way through the year and I already have 8 products complete, which would mean I have, I think, a third of the products that I set out to complete this year done. So we're ahead. We are ahead, which feels so good. Although I will say, like, looking at the products that are left, I'm quite concerned that we're only going to finish the 8 products that we've already finished this year. So if you guys are interested in hearing my updates, seeing where we're at in the 24 products that I was really hoping to pan this year, stay tuned. For if you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project panning content, palette themed content, or just chit-chatting about makeup, I'd love for you to consider subscribing before moving on. And other than that, let's jump into the video. Okay, I feel like I should have worn like a true Kelly green shirt, but we're trying to do all shades of green. I am filming this on St. Patty's Day, so trying to represent, trying to not get, do you get pinched or do you get spanked? Preferably, I'd rather get spanked. Do you know anyone looking to spank someone else? Your girl's looking to get spanked. Maybe I should take my green off. Anyway, you guys, we're gonna start with the products that I've already finished off. So like I said, I've already finished 8 products, which I'm so excited about. And let's start with the 2 that I'm most proud of, which one is gonna be a spoiler for, I believe, my Rolling Project 10 pan. I have already finished 2 powder bronzers in 2024. Now granted, both of these had large pans on them entering the year, and I pretty much only used these 2 bronzers this year, but I was able to finally finish off my Ilia bronzer, which is an empty, and within the last like 2 days I finished off my Tom Ford bronzer, which is a bit painful because this bronzer was $75, but I believe I purchased it in 2021 and I've like used this so much. So I do feel like I got my money's worth. Like $75 with a bronzer though. Like honestly, did I get my money's worth out of paying $75 for like a brown powder? I don't know. Anyway, I have an empty, beautiful compact that I can now use for other things. And I'm truly so proud to have 2 powder bronzer empties because I believe it was 2022. I did not have any powder bronzer empties, and then last year I only had 1. Again, I do have quite a few bronzers in my collection with pan, and these had significant pan entering the year, but I'm happy that I was able to finish them off. And so those 2 are empties that will count towards my year-end empties. I also finished off a concealer already this year. I have my Kosas Revealer Concealer. The cap was not broken on this product entering the year, but it did break pretty early on in this year, which is super frustrating because I really love this formula. However, this is the second tube of this I've owned and the second cap that has broken on me, so I unfortunately will not be repurchasing due to that reason. But it's a good thing I do have some other bronzers that I really like. I have 2 lip glosses I've already finished that I set out to finish. Now granted, I knew specifically this one would be a piece of cake. This is the Lawless Forget the Filler in the shade Velvet. We know Lawless Forget the Filler is my favorite lip gloss, and that one was pretty close to being done entering the year anyway. And then I also finished off my Bobbi Brown Crushed Lip Oil, which I actually really enjoyed using. Towards the end of this, I actually thought it was a really beautiful product, using it really consistently. Now, it's not something I personally am going to go out and repurchase. It's $29, and one, Lawless Forget the Filler is less expensive and just more beautiful in my opinion, but I really enjoyed using this. So that's a plus. At least the $29 that I did spend on this didn't end up going to waste, but I wouldn't do that again. I did finish up, finally, my RCMA loose setting powder. I had put it into this old Laura Mercier container. I will say I have a couple of loose powders still in my collection, but I'm definitely more of a pressed powder sort of gal these days. My RCMA powder I purchased in like 2015, 2016, so like, and I can't remember if I only had like 1 or if I purchased like the 2-pack. So did I have 2 when I finally made my way through both? I don't know, but I really did not enjoy this at the end personally. So I'm just happy to like finally be done with this. And then the final 2 products that are empties, I have my Merit foundation stick. Not a favorite foundation by any means. I personally feel like it made my skin look a little bit aged, a little bit older than maybe it looks its age, but like I want to look youthful and young so that I can find someone to spank me. And then finally, I did finish off the Refi primer as well, which I'm really happy about. This is supposedly a glowing and sculpting primer. I personally think this is such a gimmicky product. It's like a primer you roll onto your face, but you really can't control the product due to the packaging, and I just wasn't impressed. I think this is extremely overpriced for what it is, and I won't be repurchasing. All right, so then let's get into the 24 minus 8 is 16 other products that I am still working on. So I do have one other primer that I'm really hopeful to finish this year, and it's from Nabla. It's the Radiant Plumping Serum Primer. This is a more sticky, kind of like golden glow sort of primer. Here, I'll do a bit of a swatch for you right here. It's not a fave, but I think the way that I'm going to use this up is I'm going to use this on like my shoulders and chest when we get into like the warmer months to give me like a beautiful, wet, angelic sort of glow. It's just not a favorite on the face. I just find it has almost that like distracting sort of feeling where it just feels a bit heavy on the skin. It's sticky in not the right ways, and I don't love layering products over this, and I also don't love this on its own. So we're gonna glow the body up with this. I'm confident I'll finish this. I still have about 3/4 of this left, so we better get moving and growing in the summer, but this I'm confident I can finish. I have one other foundation. I set out with the goal to finish this year. It's the NYX Born to Glow Naturally Radiant Foundation. This is one of the older foundations in my collection. If I were to like squeeze this down, I probably have about 2/3 of this left. It is a really, really beautiful foundation. I would say this is really similar to the Armani Beauty, I can see it, something, a foundation I finished off last year that I really do like. I don't know that they make this anymore, and this is more of a self-tan shade for me, and I haven't been self-tanning so much, so I haven't really been able to get use out of this, but I will make this my go-to. I'll find a way to roll it into a project for the summertime, and I'm confident that I can finish this one off as well. Okay, next up I have my Flower Beauty Light Illusion Perfecting Powder. I don't know if it's because this product is just old, I have not enjoyed this on my skin. The last like 5 to 6 times I've tried, like really not enjoyed it. So I actually think I'm gonna end up decluttering this powder. So I'm gonna roll in a different powder that I wanna finish this year. I've been focused on this the last like 6 weeks or so. It's from Fenty Beauty. It's the Pro Filter Soft Matte Powder Foundation. And I do have a new pan in this, which is super exciting. This, I believe I purchased the same year as the Flower Beauty, or possibly even before. So I would like to finish this one up. It's one of the older pressed powders in my collection. I know it's technically a powder foundation, but I really just use it as a setting powder. So I'm gonna make this my focus for this year in terms of a pressed powder, and I'm hoping that I can finish this in the next maybe 3 to 4 months, so that, you know, by the end of the year I can roll in other powders or focus on other powders. I think with effort I can finish this, but I think if I don't focus on this, this easily could also be a goal that I don't achieve by the end of the year. But again, goal with everything is to finish. I do also believe that I will finish my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Eye Primer. I have taken the stopper out of this. I will say this is definitely not my favorite eyeshadow primer. I definitely want to go back to the NARS Smudge Proof eyeshadow primer. I just feel like I had much better luck with the way that my eyeshadow looked and layered on top of that primer. I don't know what it is about this, but I just feel like my eyeshadow does not like this eyeshadow primer. So once I finish this, I won't end up repurchasing, but I feel like I've made it so far through this product, I'd like to like see it through till the end. And then the rest of the products, we have 3, 6, 9, 10, we have 11 products that I'm like not super confident about. So we have my Natasha Denona Glow highlighter, which I have been using, but there's just a lot of product in this. I already had a pan going into this product at the beginning of the year. I do believe that the pan has expanded, but I committed so much of my highlights to the Becca Rose Quartz last year that I'm really just having fun cycling through my highlighter collection again this year. Now granted, I can use this as a body glow highlighter in the summer, and that's what I plan to do. Maybe I'll mix a bit in with a lotion. You know, I'm not saying I won't finish this, but it does make me a little bit nervous. So we'll see how this goes. I have expanded the pan. Like, we've made progress in this. I'm just not super confident I'm gonna finish it. I also have the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand. I'll be really disappointed in myself if I don't finish this, because it's been in my Rolling Project 10 pan since the beginning of the year. So like, I'll be really disappointed if I don't, but I will say it's not my favorite product to reach for. I feel like I have to kind of force myself to reach for this. Like, I don't feel like it makes my skin look bad, or I don't not like my makeup when I use this, but I also just prefer other products. So it's been a bit of a struggle to continue to reach for this, but my goal still is to finish this off. Fingers crossed. It's a product I used to think I would always need to have in my collection, and now I absolutely don't feel that way, which is good because it's like 40 bucks. So hoping still to finish this year. I still think that's possible. I also think it's possible to finish my Ilia eyeliner. Like, we've used a lot of it, but I also feel like when I roll it up, it just keeps rolling and rolling and rolling, and like that's how much I have. And granted, I do really like to use a brown liner just about every single day, but like, I don't know about this one, which is really interesting because I rolled this in because I thought this would be an easy product for me to just finish up, to track and finish up, because I use the dark brown eyeliner just about every day, and this is my darkest, or my oldest dark brown liner in my collection. I don't know if we're gonna finish that by the end of the year. We're trying, but I'm not sure. I am really hopeful that I will finish off my Colourpop lip liner in collaboration with Barbie. This is in the shade Golden Beach. This is how much I have left. I actually was reaching for this one on its own without this being in a project. I'm trying to like become a lip liner girly, and I do really like this shade because it is just kind of like a really beautiful Your Lips But Better sort of shade. I did also recently roll this into, I believe it's my Deco Panning project pan, so now it is in a project, so I am hopeful that I will also finish this up. But I feel like for people who use lip liner every day, they would be like, girl, that'd be no problem to finish up, but like, it really takes effort for me to get myself to reach for this. So we'll see what happens, but I'm confident, you know, this could happen. This could happen. Okay, these next 3 lip products, I'm like, girl, I don't know if it's gonna happen. So I have my Milk Makeup lipstick in the shade Cream. We've still got this much left. I just do not reach for a lip product other than lip gloss pretty much, unless I like really force myself to. Now granted, I feel like this could also make like a pretty blush shade, but I also have so many blushes in my collection. I also prefer more of like a nudie brown rather than like a nudie pink these days. So it's just not something like that's my first reach, but we'll see. I need to like somehow find my way, have this product find its way into a project. I think I've reached for it like 2 or 3 times this year. So we're not making great I'm not super confident about this one. I also have my Stila Glitter and Glow in the shade Kitten Kaleidoscope. This might be a Glimmer and Glow. This actually has not yet started to dry out. There it is swatched right there. I think I've reached for this twice though. This is just not a type of product that I reach for that frequently. I told myself when I purchased this, girl, you need to reach for this like every day if you're gonna actually allow yourself to purchase a product that you know you don't reach for. And then I bought it, and here we sit with me not reaching for it. So not super confident in that. I have a liquid lipstick that I put in here, and I don't reach for a liquid lipstick on a very frequent basis, but I do think this is a really beautiful nude liquid lipstick. It is Persona OG, and this is more of like a brownie nude. So I actually just like need to reach for this. Like I need to just be like, girl, we're reaching for liquid lipsticks. Although I will say I am currently doing Spark, which is like Invisalign, and the other day I wore Dose of Colors Mondays to work because I said maybe I'll just start wearing this to work, and it got all over my trays and I looked ridiculous. So, you know, I think I have 18 weeks left, but you know, maybe we'll try it. Maybe we'll give it a try. We'll see. Not super confident in this. I'm not super confident in this next product either. I rolled this in really to like track how long it would take me to use a product like this. This is NARS, the Afterglow Sensual Shine lipstick in the shade Breathless. So this is how much I have left. It is a really beautiful nude shade and a very easy lip product to wear. There it is swatched right there. But I just haven't been reaching for anything other than a gloss for like years. Although this would be a really easy thing for me to just pack in a clutch and bring with me patio drinking this summer. Like I feel like this is a very beautiful like nude warm lip for the summertime. So, you know, I'm not giving up on this one, but I'm a little bit nervous about it. And then the last lip product I have is the Fenty Gloss Bomb Heat in the shade Hot Cherry. This is one of my older gloss bombs in my collection and my least favorite because I just don't like the tingling sensation that this one gives. I have a similar lip product to this in Lawless Forget the Filler in Cherry Vanilla, in that it has kind of that like slight reddish tint, and Lawless just hurts less. But I do want to finish this up. I've gone through many a Fenty gloss bomb in my day, so I don't want to give up and declutter this. But I've only reached for this maybe like 3 or 4 times this year. I'm gonna put a little bit more. I actually put it on today because I was pulling these products out and I was like, ugh, I need to reach for that. But it's not like other Fenty gloss bombs I like to like reapply. This one I don't look forward to as much, and it's not the most painful plumping lip gloss of all time, but it's also like not the most comfortable lip product either. So we're still chugging away. I must finish this. Like, this is a product that like I should be able to finish, so like I must, but I'm also still slightly nervous about that. And then the final 3 products are definitely going to be difficult products. So I have the NARS Laguna Sunkissed Bronzing Cream. Here is what this looks like. It has a bit of a dip. I dropped this on the floor and the product kind of like shifted, which is why it doesn't really touch there. Just making sure it smelled okay, even though I can't smell the best right now. I really enjoy this product, but I feel like I don't reach for it consistently enough to like actually get use out of it. And it is a cream product. It'll go bad more quickly. I also really want to focus on my Chanel, because my Chanel cream bronzer, because I also spent a lot of money on that. But this is the one I rolled into this project. I don't think I've reached for it at all since, like, at all this year. Now, granted, I do find myself reaching for this more in the spring, summer, but on the go or just like really quick days that I'm trying to get ready really quick for work, I've been reaching for more of like a stick cream bronzer or my Charlotte Tilbury contour wand. So I just, you know, I need to find time to also reach for this. We'll see how it goes as we enter these spring and summer months. I also wanted to see if I could finish up a Merit cream blush in a year. I was just curious about how this would go, because this product doesn't necessarily like roll up or down. Like, this is just what the product is, and it's a very like more sheer product, so it should be an easy reach. I just have not, like, I kind of forgot that this was something that I set out to track and see what happens this year. We have quite a bit of this to go, but again, it should be a really easy product to reach for. So I'm gonna pull this out. I'm actually, after I finish filming this, I'm just gonna pop it into my everyday makeup drawer and try and get some use out of this. I'd just be curious to see, like, does this go really quickly? Like, is there actually a lot of product? Does it take a long time? Like, let's just see what happens. But as of right now, I don't know that I've reached for this even one time this year. And then the final product I have is this Colourpop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Sail Away. And I don't know why I included this as opposed to Colourpop Ritz, which is a product I had significant pan on and am actually trying to finish this year, because it actually does take a long time to finish off a Colourpop Super Shock Shadow. Like, you hit pan easily, but then it takes literally forever to actually finish off a Colourpop Super Shock Shadow. And as you can see, I haven't even hit pan yet on the shade Sail Away. Now, Sail Away is a really, really beautiful champagne sort of peachy pink sort of shade that looks really, really wet. And I actually think I'll enjoy this shade even more than I enjoy Ritz, but right now I'm just focused on Ritz because I would love to finish this one off this year, and this is actually going in my rolling project head pans. So I don't think I'm gonna finish Sail Away this year, but we'll continue to track progress. I still don't even have a pan on it yet. I don't think I've reached for it even one time this year, maybe once, but that's really it. But after that, you guys, that is going to wrap up and conclude today's video. That is my update, my progress on the 24 products that I set out to pan in 2024. Would love to know if you guys did a plan to pan and how it's going for you. I'm feeling really successful so far, but I feel like next update, I'll be lucky to have like one product to add to my empties total. So we had a good start. I don't know that we're gonna have a good finish. We shall see. Other than that, if you guys have yet to subscribe to my channel, would love if you would like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for sticking around to watch and for supporting me and my channel. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.